Thank God we are finally working. Sorry for the delay today, everyone. I know I scheduled for 10, but I jumped on for the 10 live stream and my internet just would not work. So, actually, I'm 20 minutes late and I'm so sorry for that. I just had the little wheel going around saying you're going live, and then my internet just dropped out. So I had to do the good old IT service and unplug my internet modem and plug back in. So now it seems to be working. Thank God for that. So for those of you that are new to these live streams, so I'm doing these weekly at the moment. So every single Sunday, the time varies every Sunday. If you prefer this time, I am actually trying to do mornings because I kind of prefer mornings as well. It leaves the rest of the day open for me to film my crazy schedule, 31 days of makeup in December. What was I going to say? These live streams are to talk about new beauty releases. So I jump on and I show you the new things that have come out the past week, and we have a good old conversation. I will let you guys know most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm bashing these products. So if you aren't about just bashing products and talking shit about makeup, then this is probably not a live stream that you're going to enjoy, because I am pretty strict and particular about the makeup that I buy. It generally has to be quite special and particular for me to even consider buying it and bringing it into my collection. So I'm very, very critical. So if you don't think you'll enjoy that, then no harms. You can click off this video and you can just stick to my regular schedule that I upload. Generally, live streams are for live chats and for bashing makeup. So let's get into it. And if you are here, jump on into the comments and let me know you're here and we can have a good old chit chat. I see Sherry's here. Hello. And anyone else that jumps on in, make sure you let me know that you are here in the live chat. And if you want to chime in on any of the releases, jump on into the chat and let me know what you think of these beauty releases, because I love hearing your guys' thoughts on what I talk about. It's very interesting to hear other people's opinions of things. I do love getting a good conversation going about these products. So we might start off on beauty news. So as always, I use about 4 different Instagram accounts to keep up to date with my beauty news. The first one being Beauty News Official. So that is Kat and Haley from Beauty News. They have an Instagram page and they are constantly uploading and reposting the new releases throughout the week on their Instagram page. I also follow Trend Mood as well. So I do go there if there's things missing from beauty news. And then for indie information, I follow Indie Makeup Spotlight, which is run by Amy Loves Makeup. And then there's also Indie Mood as well. So those are the 4 main channels that I follow to get my beauty related news. What else was I going to say? Oh, and if you are on Instagram, shameless plug, at @themakeupenthusiast. If you want to follow my Instagram, I post a lot of photos of my makeup looks and whatnot, and post stories and different things like that if you are interested as well. Anyway, let's start off with, so this is the Glam Light collection. Oh, sorry, I will just mention Darlene is here. Hello, welcome to the live stream. It's good to see you here. So we're going to start off with the Glam Light lip gloss collection. So this is inspired by food again. Glam Light seem to be really going down that food inspired road. I don't actually know, have they even, no, they have released stuff that isn't food inspired, but this is a lip gloss range inspired by desserts. So we have hot chocolate, we have caramel frappe, donuts, pecan pie, s'mores, and cinnamon rolls. Oh man, if these smell like these things, I mean, probably not good, because I would be tempted to eat them every time I wore them on my lips. But these are some pretty colors. Not going to lie, they are very pretty colors. I'm actually quite into gloss at the moment. I generally am not a huge fan of gloss because the wind blows and it gets stuck in my lips. But luckily for us in Australia at the moment, there's absolutely no wind. There's just heat and horrible weather. So there's no wind to blow my hair into my lip gloss. These are really pretty colors. I'm not quite sure if they are. Oh, they are scented. They're scented like their corresponding lip gloss. That sounds delicious. I don't think I should get these because I would actually be tempted to try them. I'd be like, do they taste like their corresponding lip scent and gloss? So these are going to be $12 or 45 US for the set. I think that's a pretty good price. We have, how many did I say there? 6 lip glosses for $45 is a pretty good deal, I think. They look like really nice lip glosses. I think Glamlight is stocked on, I think it might be Glam Radar in Australia. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure there's an Australian website that stocks Glamlight. So I'd be interested to see how much these are in Australian dollars, because we're probably looking at maybe 80 Australian dollars for 6 lip glosses, which these are full size. And I think I paid like 70 for the tin of the mini Fenty lip glosses. So if these are good, you're getting a really good deal because they're all going to be full size. They're $45 for the set. I rate them. I dig them. I'm probably not going to buy them though. I have way too many glosses at the moment. I really need to use up some more of my glosses. Sorry, I have like Yep, I have dog hair on my lips. My dogs. I have way too many lip glosses at the moment. I really need to use them up first before I even think about bringing some more in. But these look really nice. They look like a good level of opacity as well as not too much, like not too much that it like blocks out your lips completely, but a nice like gloss and sheen on the lips. Darlene says yummy. Yeah, I know. I'd be so tempted to just like try them. Lunatic Cosmetics Labs. I think I may have mentioned these last week. I'm not quite sure. The days just blurring together at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to mention them again. If I did mention them last week, I apologize. These are the Lunatic Cosmetics Labs limited edition Holiday collection. So these are little loose eyeshadows and they come in brains. So I can totally understand how this would be a lot of people's jam. It's not really my jam, but I do really love how Lunatic Cosmetics keeps everything within the theme of their brand. Their branding is very clear. They're very on point with their branding. They know their branding through and through. And I love how like every release that they bring out, it's all in keeping with each other. So these are really cool as well because they are named accordingly as well. So we have Graveyard Snow, we have Hexmas Xmas, Frosty Ghost, Hell's Bells, and Cryptmas Party. So these are $18 each. I think if you have a friend or a family member that's quite, I don't know what the right word is, like I guess a little bit gothic and into that whole side of things, like if the Lunatic Cosmetics Labs aesthetic is really in keeping with someone that you know, this would be a really cool Christmas present. I think that these would be really cool. They are a little bit expensive, I think, for a loose eyeshadow. To me, loose eyeshadows generally should be a little bit cheaper because the pressing process isn't being taken place. Like it's kind of just dumping a loose pigment into a new container, essentially. So I think generally, in my opinion, they should be a little bit cheaper unless they're like a multi-chrome pigment. So $18, I do think is a little bit expensive. That's probably because it's all going into the packaging, which is super cute. I'm not going to buy any of this because this isn't really my thing. But I do understand how it would be a lot of people's things. And I like the concept. I like the concept, but it's just not for me. Oh, thanks, Sherry. You're too kind. Charlotte Tilbury is releasing another eyeshadow palette. I think this is like her third or fourth eyeshadow palette in the last couple of months. She seems to be going a little bit ham at the moment. This is another one of her 12 pan eyeshadow palettes. So they are the ones where it's kind of grouped in sets of 3. I do like the concept where she like groups them in sets of 3. It makes it a little bit easier for people that are wanting like an easy, already laid out ready to go eyeshadow look. I think it just makes it a little bit easier for people that are like quick on the go. Somebody that I guess this brand would suit. The very natural, glowy, gorgeous, like effortless look. This is the Pillow Talk eyeshadow palette. She's really flogging the Pillow Talk. Really, like, what has she got? She's got gloss, a lip liner, a lipstick, and now an eyeshadow palette. I think she's got a blush as well called Pillow Talk. What's next? She's probably going to do a mascara next, like a pink mascara. A baby pink mascara. Anyway, this is really pretty. I'm not going to lie, but I am not the biggest fan. I say this with pink eyeshadow on, but I'm not the biggest fan of pink eyeshadow. And the pinks that I do like, I already have in my collection. So I'm going to give this a miss, but I could definitely see that this would create some beautiful looks. And yeah, like a really good kind of capsule palette. It does kind of take you from day to night. And it's already got the looks kind of set out for you. So I think this would be a really nice palette. I'm just not about the Charlotte Tilbury price tags for eyeshadows when I have bugger loads of eyeshadows in my collection. Next we have the Too Faced Lunar New Year highlighter. So this is their Diamond Fire highlighter in Diamond Light. This looks really pretty in the pan. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of got this multi-chrome like marble effect on it. It's very pretty. But then on the packaging, it looks essentially like they have printed off a clip art picture of a mouse and stuck it on the box. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. When my camera focuses, you might be able to see it. But like everything looks great. Like everything looks gorgeous except this mouse that almost looks like it's just been photoshopped onto the box. It seems a little bit out of place, and I feel like they're just trying to cash grab on something and be like, hey, it's Lunar New Year and it's the year of the mouse. Let's throw a mouse on it and hope that anyone culture that loves buying everything that is Lunar New Year related will buy this. I think it's a little bit lazy. Not gonna lie. This is $36 US. I don't know. I wonder what it looks like on the skin swatched. I don't know. What does it say? It says Diamond Light is described to have diamond blue, diamond pink, and diamond yellow swirled together to create an ethereal glow. I don't know. I really don't like the, I've heard that these highlighters are really good and really pretty, but I hate the packaging on them. I hate this big, like, bulky, like, cardboard box packaging thing that is supposed to look like a jewelry box. I hate it. I just think it's way too much. It's too over the top. I'm like I don't want to say basic because I'm not basic at all. When it comes to packaging, like I love pretty packaging. But when it comes to the point where it's unpractical and it's just like too much like this, like it's too big and bulky and too much and it's not going to fit in one of my drawers, that's when I don't like it. Like if a palette cover is like really beautifully designed and it's stunning and or it's like hand painted or hand printed, I'm all about that. But when it gets to like big, bulky, like over the top, like in your face packaging, that's when I don't like it. And this is in that category. I'm really dissing Too Faced at the moment. You'll find out why in some upcoming videos. Too Faced is not in my good books at the moment. Colourpop have released another collection that it's not a Wanted or Don't series without at least one mention from Colourpop. So this is another collaboration with I Am Becky G. I understand why Colourpop collaborate with certain people over and over again, but it gets to the point where it's kind of like, give someone else a go. Like there's so many other creative, beautiful, amazing, even influencers or artists in the industry that deserve some recognition. Why do you have to keep collaborating with the same person over and over again? Like, I just wish that there was a little bit more variety and that they were I guess, catching more of the market. But like, I think they've collaborated with Kathleen Lights about, I want to say like 10 times or something, and it's just getting a little bit much. I just wish that they would kind of diversify their collaborations a little bit. I say this because this is the second collaboration with I Am Becky G. So this is going to be, let me find the better photos of this. So this is a pretty big collection, and not going to lie, I do like the packaging. I do like the route that she's gone with this. It's kind of this very kind of graffiti-esque packaging that she's gone with. It is a 12-pan all matte palette. And as far as I'm aware, I think that this may be the first all matte palette from Colourpop. Not going to lie though, the swatches don't make the palette look the best, and it is quite a neutral palette. So I don't think I'll get that. There's two bronzers. There's a cherry roller gloss, which is very like vintage. I remember like being a kid in primary school with those cherry roller glosses, and a liquid liner in black. Oh, and there's some lip kits as well. Ultra matte lips with matching lip pencils. So there's 3 sets of them. There's 3 sets of them. I think if I was going to get anything out of this collection, I'd probably get the roller gloss just for like nostalgia. But as per usual, this is not grabbing me when it comes to Colourpop. I do like how it's a little bit different with the, like I said, like the graffiti-esque packaging. But none of it really interests me. It's not anything groundbreaking. I don't know. What do you guys think about this collection? Hello from Amsterdam. I should be sleeping. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, girl. But I can't pass up beauty talk and a familiar Aussie accent to remind me of home. Aww. You're too sweet. When do you actually get home? I can't remember. You've told me before when you get home, but I always forget. Next we have, oh, did I? No, I didn't pass anything. Next we have some palettes from Chi Chi. These are the gold edition palettes. So these are going to be retailing for, I remember, cola, orange, cherry. Yeah. All those like the cherry, like liquidy. There's a photo here of her using it. Like the cherry liquidy roller glosses. They used to sell them in, what was it? Cosmetics Plus in Australia. I remember when I was a kid, one of my friends gave me a watermelon one. And I had to like pretend that I loved it because I felt really bad. But you guys know how much I hate the smell of watermelon. And it was like that really fake artificial watermelon. And I'm like putting it on my lips. I remember that so vividly. I remember like putting it on my lips and being like, because I felt so bad. She gave it to me as like a Christmas present. And I was like, just pretend it's good. Pretend it's good. Not interested. Carolyn says she's not interested in the Colourpop collection this time. I've decided to pull out my own BYO palettes from Colourpop that I rarely use. Yeah, I have always kind of been interested in that. I love the BYO systems that they have, particularly like Lethal Cosmetics. I went on their website like 6 or 7 times and designed my palette before I actually brought one. Same with Colourpop. But yeah, I've never pulled the trigger. But I do have really good deals with the BYO palettes. Back in February, my friend is diligently waiting with all my makeup stuff to hand over. She's probably going to be happy to hand it over to you. She'll meet you at the airport with all your bags. So Chi Chi is an Australian brand for those of you that don't know. I don't know what kind of brand to compare them to because they're not super drugstore. They're kind of that middle ground. They're kind of one step up from drugstore, but not as like expensive. Well, they are kind of, they're almost Too Faced prices, but quality wise, they're not quite that high. I hope that makes sense. They're like in the middle. So they are stocked in various different places. You can get Chi Chi Cosmetics at Target Australia. You can also get it on their website. So these are $39.95 Australian dollars each, which is what, like maybe 15 US dollars, about that price tag. So not too bad. And how many shadows are in this? I don't count them. 24 eyeshadows. So there's 24 in each of these. These all look the same though. They all look the same. That's one thing I will say about Chi Chi. They do have a pretty good formula for their price. Like, it's pretty good for the price. They are like the Australian brand that sells, I guess, similar to how those the Makeup Revolution palettes, was it the Makeup Revolution palettes, like the big palettes that have multiple colors? They sell palettes like that with multiple colors. Like, it's a really good palette, and they're really good palettes, have a good brand and formula behind them to get for people that are just starting to get into makeup. These palettes though, they all look pretty similar. I think they're too big. They're kind of Morphe vibes where they're just too big for my liking, and they have a lot of double ups in the colors between the palettes and within the palettes as well. So I'm not going to buy any of this. I don't know. I feel like Chi Chi's going a little bit Morphe-esque as well. Like, they released Morphe-esque and I guess a bit Makeup Revolution, where they are kind of doing the dupe palettes. They did release recently all these, which are like dupes of basically the Huda palettes, the little, like the Neon Obsessions and the Nude Obsession palettes that Huda brought out recently. So yeah, they're kind of going that way, and I don't know. In my opinion, it kind of cheapens the brand a little bit, because they are a pretty good brand. They are a pretty good brand. I'm getting mad. Thought I would be shopping more in Europe since I'm out of Australia, so it'd be cheaper to get stuff. But my luggage is already exceeding the maximum. I'm going to have to pay DHL to ship it home. I have a crap ton of skincare and makeup to use up, and I use products so slow it's definitely going to go bad. The Netherlands doesn't have that much makeup and skincare. There's not really any equivalent to Mecca or Sephora, but the Dutch don't have it. When I travel, I usually have carry-on, so no liquid allowance, so just Met on Beauty. Paris has good pharmacies, though. Paris does have very good pharmacies. I think when I went overseas to Europe, that's where I spent the bulk of my, not money, but my luggage allowance was in Paris, getting all the pharmacy finds. I found that in Amsterdam as well, was that they didn't have many beauty stores. What else was I going to say? And yes, getting excess luggage back to Australia is so expensive. When I came back from my year in Spain, it cost me more to get it from Sydney to Brisbane than it did from Madrid to Sydney. It was so expensive. It was so expensive. When the lady at the luggage counter in the airport told me how much it was going to be, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I almost left it there and just went, don't worry about it. It was that much. Morphe, once again, it wouldn't be a weekly Wanted or Don't series without another Morphe release as well. So they have released 2 new 18-pan eyeshadow artistry palettes. So we have a 18B Make and Bank and an 18F Talk and Flirty. Those are ridiculous names. I will say, though, the Make and Bank isn't too bad. Not the worst color story I've ever seen from Morphe, but the what is this one called? The Talk and Flirty. You can even see in the swatches that there are obvious kind of double ups of the colors. They are so similar to each other that in the swatches you can't really tell the difference. So not going to buy it. The Make and Bank, though, it does actually. Let me have a look. This one, I will hand it to them. Doesn't look like they have too many double ups. Yay to Morphe. Keep doing what you're doing with this palette. No double ups. Yeah, it actually looks like there aren't any double ups or obvious close colors. Wow. I never thought I'd see this day. These are $18 each, and they are available on Morphe. I'm not going to buy them either. Surprise, surprise. What else do we have? Oh, I wanted to touch on this again. I mentioned this briefly, I think last week or the week before. Becca are coming out with some new highlighters. Now, these are the Light Shifter Brightening Concealers. These are to help address dark circles and uneven tones to reflect away what you don't like and brightening what you do. I was looking at these swatches this morning, and I feel like that these actually... Wait. I feel like these actually make the skin look worse in the marketing photos, particularly this one here, like the before and after. I definitely feel like there's more like texture and lines emphasized under her eyes. It's probably not going to show up on this camera because it's quite detailed, but if you do go to the Beauty News Instagram page and pull up the post, like the most recent post about the Becca highlighters, and scroll across to the third photo, like it definitely has settled in her lines, and I don't feel like it blurs textures or uneven skin tones. If anything, I feel like it's emphasizing the creases under the eye, which like is not a bad thing. Like everyone has creases under their eyes, except if you're like a baby. But they don't. Like they're saying that it blurs uneven skin tones and it brightens what you like and takes away what you don't like. Doesn't look that way. They have that pinky under eye corrector, right? I got it as a gift and was so confused. It had a shimmer for my under my eyes. Yeah, I think that is the one. That's the one that everyone loves as well? I think it is. I think that's something that you need to always put concealer or something over the top so it's kind of hiding the pink. And it's more for people that has super, like really noticeable blue under their eyes to correct the color. Yeah, anyway, I'm interested to see reviews about this concealer because I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay, so you can also get it from QVC with the new concealer, so the brightening concealer and the under eye corrector in a pack as well for $36, which is actually a pretty good price for Becca, I think. Colourpop are adding more to their holiday collection. I thought we'd already seen everything in their holiday collection. God help us. Colourpop is going to give me a headache. So this is more of their illuminating products. So there's a new pressed illuminator in champagne bubbles. There's a liquid highlighter in champagne bubbles, a flat kabuki brush, and a medium fluffy brush. The brushes look pretty good. Not gonna lie. I think Colourpop brushes are pretty good for the price. Like you're paying like $5, $6, $7 and for the price, like when you're paying that much, you don't expect all that much. But they're pretty good. I do have some of their eye brushes and I use them quite often. This highlighter looks mega chunky. Mega chunky. And where was it? Oh, the liquid highlighter. There's a liquid as well. No. Nope. I don't even like liquid highlighters, so there's no way that's going to happen. That bottle would last me centuries because I never use liquid highlighter. Moving on, we have Light Slacker. Now, we can't get this in Australia because shipping nail polish to Australia is very, very hard. And I don't think she has managed to sort that out yet. So I've heard really good things about the Lights Lacquer formula. This is her Polished Gems Winter Collection. So this is based on stones and crystals, different things like that. These look really pretty, really pretty. Especially this emerald green. That emerald green is beautiful. And the Alexandrite has a bit of a shift to it, like it shifts with the sun. A little bit disappointed with amethyst. I'm not keen on that color, but the rest of them are very pretty. Very, very pretty. Kathleen must be I don't watch Kathleen all that much anymore. She must be a massive crystal fan, because a lot of her stuff lately, even her collaboration recently with Colourpop, was crystal themed. So she must be into crystals. Etude House are coming out with, oh, this is so cute, a Tom and Jerry collection. Etude House do the best packaging. So let me see what's in this collection. Oh, man. That is so cute. There's what looks to be a face sponge, a wedge sponge, and it's called Jerry's Cheese Puff, and it's yellow. Oh, that's so cute. Looks like some split pan eyeshadows as well, an eyeshadow palette that you can customize the eyeshadows by the looks of that as well. Oh, this collection is so cute. That's so cute. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but see the little yellow triangle there? That one. That's a cheese wedge, and it's a makeup sponge. How cool is that? That is so cute. Can you focus on the picture? That's so cute. Everything. Etude House do the best packaging. Japanese brands in general actually do good packaging. They commit when they do collaborations with brands. Milani are coming out with Etude House. I think we can get it from Yes Style if you are interested. And I think Yes Style usually do get the collaboration products as well. Milani Cosmetics are releasing 6 new eyeshadow palettes to their Gilded range. So we have Gilded Luster Light, Gilded Pastel, Gilded Twilight, Gilded Coast, Gilded Nude, and Gilded Gold. These are all $19.99 US each. I mean, they're not bad. Gilded Gold is pretty. Gilded Gold looks like a Natasha Denona gold palette dupe. I'd be interested to see somebody do a video on that, actually, comparing it to the Natasha Denona gold palette. And Gilded Nude, Gilded Twilight's not too bad. Gilded Coast is blue tones. Ooh, Gilded Pastel. That's a pretty one. But it looks like it might be majority shimmers. Not bad. Not bad. I think my pick out of these would be the pastel and the gold, because I'm not paying Natasha Denona prices. So gold would kind of, to an extent, would kind of fill the void of the gold palette. And the pastel's got some pretty colors in it, interesting pretty colors as well. So I think on the whole, it's a subpar collection, but there are a few picks out of the set. But when you see them in the photo, they do look quite similar, all of them, don't they? Missed my opportunity to shop Asian beauty. I was in Korea with the family in 2015, but that was before I got into skincare and makeup. I was in Seoul. There was stuff everywhere. If I could go back. Yeah, I've heard Seoul is really good for the beauty shopping. What's on my eyes is, let me grab it. This one. I'm still testing this out, and I do have a review coming on it. I'm just trying to make sure I do a look with every single shade in the palette. But it is coming, and yeah, I use like the peachy tones. So like this, it's not picking up very well in the light. Like this one here, and then I think I used Galaxy and this one here. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, it's not a Steeler. It's the shimmers out of this palette and glitter glue. I had to use glitter glue, otherwise it was just going everywhere. Oh, sorry. Where are we up to? Yeah, so Milani, this isn't a bad collection, but it's not a good collection either. Moving on, Sephora is collaborating with Makeup by Mario. Man, he is getting some collaborations lately. He is coming out with a limited edition brush set. This is a 13-piece. Oh, so we have the master brush set, which is 13-piece full face brush set for $158. Oh my God. The complexion brush set, which has 6 complexion brushes for $92. And then the eye brush set for $65, which has 5 pieces in it. Are you kidding me? $158. Not going to lie, he has kind of excelled on the packaging. Usually Sephora is pretty shit with packaging, but obviously he had some say in it. It looks good. It looks good, but Sephora's brushes are very hit and miss. So if these were good quality and Mario actually made sure they were really good quality, $158 for 13 brushes. What, that's a little over $10 each. Is my maths right? Yes, I think so. Yeah, so I think if they were good quality, and I will say I have got some of the Sephora collection pro brushes. Their pro brushes are pretty good quality, but their general brushes are not the best, and the prices they ask are a little bit ridiculous. My other comment on these is I don't really like it when brushes are fat. And what I mean by that is the handle, when it doesn't like taper down. When the handle's just one like solid, I don't even have a brush. Oh, maybe I do. Like when the brush is like just one solid size, like the whole way down, I don't enjoy that. I find it very annoying to try and get it into a cup because it takes up more room. And yeah, I just don't really like thick, fat handles as well. I don't feel like they feel nice in my hand. So all these brushes look to be very one size all the way down from the end of the ferrule, which is this part here, from the end of the ferrule down to the bottom. And it looks like it has a flat base as well. So I don't think I'm going to like these brushes. I'd be interested to see what the quality is like, though, whether Mario has really like put his foot down and been like, no, these need to be really good quality, or whether he's just like, oh, you're going to pay me that much? Yeah, you can put my name on anything. So I'd be interested to see people review this set. I would be very interested. Tatcha, this is a weird product. This is the serum stick. So this is a treatment and touch-up balm. I agree about brush handle size. Hourglass has weirdly chunky handles. Beautiful, but feel clunky. Yeah, they're like, is it their foundation brush is really fat and like clunky, and it's short as well. That's the other thing I don't really like is really short brushes. I find short brushes just get absolutely lost in amongst other brushes if you have like a lot of longer brushes. So this is a treatment and touch-up balm, a concentrated treatment and touch-up balm packed with 80% squalene, hyaluronic acid, and Japanese lemon balm to target dryness and signs of aging. I don't get this product. Serum stick contains no water and essential element bacterial growth, making the treatment. I don't get this. I don't know what this is for. Obviously, it's a serum in it, like a stick, but it says a touch-up balm. I wouldn't be putting this over my makeup at all. This is what it looks like. So it's like a solid serum. I don't get it. Maybe because it's a stick, it's like more portable. Yeah, like it's portable. And I guess it probably kind of emulsifies once it hits the like warmth of your skin. But for a touch-up balm, to me, that's like if you are wanting to me, when I touch up my skin, it's like when I'm kind of taking the oil away and powdering. But I feel like if you're using a stick, you would be like moving your makeup around. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Very strange. I think they're trying to entice us to buy with new gimmicks, yeah. But I agree. It's weird to touch up serum on makeup. It's so strange. Yeah. This would probably look really nice like on a photo shoot. Like just like dabbed over the skin to add like some glisten to the skin just to catch the light. But I think for the everyday person, it would be a bit ridiculous because you don't need to have like glistening skin for photos all the time when you're at work. Yeah, this is weird. This is very weird. I think it'd be a good idea, like if you wanted a serum when you're going traveling, that could potentially be really good. Unless when it gets hot, it like melts and oozes out the packaging. That would not be good. I don't really want to talk about too much skincare because it's kind of pointless. Skincare is very, well, I suppose makeup is very objective. Oh, okay. I am going to talk about this because this has a bold claim. This is the new Murad Resurgence Skincare. This says that this is the claim, say hello to fewer lines, wrinkles in just 2 weeks. Introducing our new retinol trio, including the #1 retinol product in the US, Retinol Youth Renewal Face Serum in upgraded packaging. Wait, so is this just new packaging? Right. Fewer lines and wrinkles in 2 weeks. That's a bold claim. That's very bold. Don't you just love makeup claims? Some of them are so absurd. Some of them are just ridiculous. Oh, this is another thing that I wanted to talk about. This is the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer. So, oh God, this is ridiculous what they've done with their marketing on this. So there's desert milk in this product. It says, we took plants from the desert and milked them. I think it's just new packaging. I don't know, but still really ridiculous bold claims. Fig milk. Then it says, yep, we milked figs too. Oat milk. Yep, oat milk. Argan milk. Plus other good for you ingredients. This crew seals it all up and helps provide antioxidant protection. Hell yeah. Thanks, milk. This is just so weird. They've milked the figs, they've milked the oats, they've milked the desert. They've milked it all and put it in a little jar for us. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this. It's a moisturizer with lots of milk in it. It's a milky moisturizer. The next thing is actually quite interesting. This is the JD Glow Matte Gel Eyeliner, and this is supposed to be a black matte eyeliner. And I know a lot of people are always talking about how much they want a matte eyeliner, but most of the ones they've tried have said that they're matte, but they end up having like a bit of a sheen to it. And this looks to be, it says it's super matte, super pigmented, no splitting, very flexible, super transfer proof, and waterproof. No primer needed. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, the JD Glow liners are pretty good. I've never tried any of their matte formulas, but their shimmers are really cool. They have the multi-chrome liners. They're very pretty. So, I don't know. I will say, though, the one thing about this is I don't really like the packaging of it. It's that, like, brush tip liner packaging. It's very hard to get out. Like, I say that because I like to use my own brushes for liner, and it's very hard to get a decent amount out of this packaging to, like, put on my palette or on the back of my hand to be able to use my liner brushes with it. So if you are like me and you like to use like your own brushes and not the actual packaging, or you don't like the brush tip that a lot of liners come with, you might find this a bit difficult. You might have to get like a little like thin skewer or something like that and put into the packaging and depot it that way, because the spout, the hole on the liners are quite small and you can't get like a spatula or anything in there. That's just my 2 cents. So that's everything on beauty news. Let me go over to Trend Mood, because I think Trend Mood had a few new things too. So what is that brand called? BH Cosmetics has a new Zodiac palette. This is the Crystal Zodiac palette. Not only are they on the Crystal bandwagon, but they're also on the Zodiac bandwagon, and their powers combined have created this guy. Yeah. This is like, it's not the worst eyeshadow palette, not the worst Zodiac eyeshadow palette I've seen from BH Cosmetics. A lot less wasted space on this one. This is similar to, what's that palette that they released ages ago? Same packaging as that. This is pretty. So they also have a brush set with it. And they have like the crystal design. So like a marbled effect across the brushes. They're very pretty. They are very pretty handles. Each of them are a different color as well. They're very pretty. The palette, I don't know. I haven't seen swatches. Let's see if I can find the swatches. It has both baked and their normal formula in it by the looks of it. Yeah, it's got both in it. So that's kind of cool that they're putting, like, combining both formulas in the palette, because I know a lot of people really like their baked formula. So I think that's cool that they've kind of got the best of both worlds in there. And the brush set is $28 for a 12-piece brush set, which is really good price. And Carolyn says that the BH brushes are pretty nice for the price. I think for us Aussies, we have to get them from the BH website. I don't think there are any Australian stockists of BH Cosmetics in Australia. Oh, maybe Glam Raider. can't remember. Glam Raider might be the one that stocks them. Oh, thanks, Carol. You got my back. There was something else that I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to say. Did any of you get the Star Wars collection? Because I didn't. Yes, but I have brought direct from BH in the past. Okay. Yes. Did anyone get anything from the Star Wars collection? I have been refreshing the Selfridges page multiple times, every freaking minute, trying to figure out when it's going to go live on their website. Because the Pat McGrath website released it early and everything sold out within like minutes before the official time that she said that it was going to be released. Super mad. This is the Likely Makeup Blush Palette. This is the Fairy Blush Palette. This is super cute. I'm not going to buy it because you'll understand why when you see it. It's super cute, but it has green blush in it. Like, if you do a lot of character makeup, this could be really cool. The packaging is super cute. Oh, scroll, damn it. The normal colors are really nice, but like the green one, I don't know anyone that wears green blush. Super cute, and I like the unique, different idea of it, but I'm not going to buy it because it has a green blush in it. Do you get updates from Pat McGrath? You might be able to email for information updates. Yeah, I was on their Instagram page and a lot of people said that they didn't even get an email that said it had been launched. Like, they signed up for the pre-launch and they didn't even get an email. So that's not even going to help me either. I think she might be restocking in like on the 26th of December or something. I think she's already said that she's going to do a restock. So fingers crossed. I didn't get the chance to order Star Wars. Yeah, me either. By the time I went on the Pat McGrath website, everything was already sold. Well, I lie. Everything wasn't sold out, but everything that I wanted was sold out. Just quickly scrolling through. Oh, this is the few things that I wanted to talk about. Sol de Janeiro are coming out with a cocoa cream moisturizing body cream cleanser. So I think that this is like a moisturizing body wash, pretty much. I discovered this week because I took a sample. If you saw my my travel makeup bag, the sample of the Coco Cabana balm that I took away with me, I discovered I don't like that scent. So there's no way I'm going to enjoy this body wash. I like the Boom Boom cream, but the Coco Cabana cream, I don't like it. It's too coconutty for my liking, so nope. Oh, and these are the Sephora Favorites custom foundation kits. I really like the idea of these. So these come with is it a full size? A full size of the Born This Way foundation, a mini of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, and it's either Topaz, Champagne Pop, or Vanilla Quartz, and a mini of the Fenty Beauty Perfector and Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Nutmeg, Cashew, or Butter. I really like this idea. These are the little Sephora sets. The only thing I don't like about these sets is the fact that they have the goddamn Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in them. Everyone already has what they want from the Becca range, in my opinion. They keep putting these little samples in all their Sephora sets. So I think if you've ever brought at least like one of these Sephora favorite sets, you probably have gotten a small size of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. But I think that this is a really good set. The set is $39 US, and I think that's about the price of the full size of the Born This Way. And you get to pick your shade of the Born This Way. I think that this is such a good Sephora favorite set. I think that this is so good. I really like it. And I think if this comes to Australia, which it probably won't because Born This Way is a Mecca exclusive. But if something like this came to Australia, I think people would be all over this. Like if they swap Born This Way out for, I'm trying to think of a foundation. I don't know, like the Fenty foundation or the Huda Beauty foundation. I think if they swapped it out for that, I think people in Australia would be all over this. I think it's a really good set. Out of all the Sephora favorite sets, I think that this is probably one of the better ones that I've seen. Real Techniques are coming out with some new brushes, and these are the Easy 123 brushes. Speaking of brush shapes that I don't like, being fat brushes that don't taper to a tip, these are those. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but I really don't like this brush shape. These look, to me, really cheap as well. And don't get me wrong, I love some of my Real Techniques brushes. Like, I use my Real Techniques brushes like on a daily basis. But these just aren't it. Not it. I don't like these brush shapes. And for anyone in Australia, if you're going to buy Real Techniques brushes, buy them from iHerb. Do yourself a favor. They are like a quarter of the price from iHerb. I have this hair that doesn't want to behave. Yeah, they are like a quarter of the price from iHerb compared to Priceline. Priceline jacks their prices up on the Real Techniques brushes like you wouldn't believe. Like you're paying like $60 for a brush, and from iHerb, they're like a quarter of the price. I think we spoke about that last week, so I'm going to give that a miss. And I think we're back to Did you guys know that Trend Mood was coming out with like a mystery box? She's doing like a monthly subscription box called the Trend Mood box. I don't know how much it's going to be, and I don't know how good it's going to be, but I believe in the first box that, well, this one's going to be in it. The Bite lipstick in the Power Move Creamy Matte Lip Crayon in the shade Pavlova, which is a very pretty color. It's like a deep red, very pretty. But yeah, Trend Mood's coming out with a box, a mystery box. Let me see how much it is. It doesn't even have a price. That's annoying. I wonder how much she's going to. I don't know. She hasn't even revealed the price yet. Everyone is asking her for a price, but she hasn't revealed it yet. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Nope. Don't know anything about that because she hasn't really released any information. It's annoying. I hate it when brands like sneak peek things but don't give you any information about it. Indie Makeup Spotlight. These are the new titanium dust from Blush Tribe. These colors look really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. They look really pretty, but I have so many loose pigments at the moment that I hardly ever use, so I don't need to bring any more into my collection. But they are really pretty colors. If they were like pressed single eyeshadows, I'd be all over that. But because they're loose, and I like I said, I have a lot of loose products that I don't use. Oh, and this was the sneak peek of the new palette coming from Sydney Grace. This palette looks really pretty. So far she's just sneak peeked the outer packaging, but I think that this palette's probably going to be absolutely stunning because the Sydney Grace eyeshadows are really beautiful. I think it's probably going to be like a really romantic, soft, almost like bridal-esque palette. The one thing I will say though is it is in like a tin packaging. Let me see if I can find a better photo of it. Yeah, it's like a tin. Sorry. I don't know. I much prefer cardboard palettes. I think there's nothing wrong with cardboard palettes. And that's the inside. So it's going to be a 15 pan eyeshadow palette. I'm excited to see what's inside because, like I said, I think it's going to be like a really soft, romantic, like beautiful color palette. And I'm excited. I think that's about it. This week's been a bit dead when it's in terms of releases. It seems to be slowing down a little bit as we get closer to Christmas, which I'm not mad about. I'm not mad about. It is a struggle sometimes keeping up with all this stuff that gets released. Just checking that there's been nothing released since we've been talking, because that always happens. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. We've been here for like an hour now, guys. Time flies when you're having fun. I don't think there's any announcements that I need to make. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And thank you all for jumping on and talking to me in the comments. You've made this live stream really, really great. I love it when you all jump on in the comments and have a chit chat about everything that we've been talking about. Slowing down, great. I need a few quiet weeks. Yeah, I've been broke since Black Friday sales, Christmas shopping. I 100% agree with you. 100%. I am broke. I'm sure I nearly sent my account into negative this week just from Christmas shopping and all the last minute things that I needed to pick up for Christmas shopping. And like all those people that you didn't think that you had to buy for, but then you're like, oh, I probably should get something just in case. And I don't like receiving without giving. I feel really bad if I don't give and I receive. So I've like gone around and like picked up a few little bits and pieces for people at my work just in case people from my work give me presents. Then I can be like, oh, I got something for you too. Because I feel really bad when people buy me a present and I don't like reciprocate, because I really enjoy giving people gifts. But sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm not going to get you anything. So yeah, I've had to pick up like a few little Secret Santa presents and a few things for like hubby and some friends and last minute things for like mum and dad. But I think I'm good now. I think I've got everything sorted. Thank God for that. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. Those of you that are in Australia, stay cool because it's probably going to get really, really hot today, as it has been for the last couple of weeks. Stay cool. I will see you next Sunday. Probably, I'm trying to think of what I'm doing next Sunday. Probably about this time again, I want to say, because I do enjoy the morning live streams, like I said at the start. And you guys seem to like the morning live streams as well. So yeah, have a fantastic day. I will see you throughout the week in my regular uploads, and I will see you live next Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.